Welcome to the 1989 Buddy Bowl. Before the Buddy Bowl, it's time for the draft. And here we have shots of people watching various Buddy Bowl videos and shots of the 6 captains. The 89 captains are Ron Miller, Jim Bradley, Tony Ballesteri, Andy DeMeyer, Ted Kramer, and John Bennett. Here they are picking their respective teams. First game of the day is the Killers versus the Bruisers, and here Mark Ulbricht's bad punt sets up the Killers team with a good return on the punt by Jim Walsh. Close to the goal line, there's a pass interference penalty which sets the Killers up on the 8-yard line. As Ron Miller scrambles, he'll find Jim Walsh in the corner of the end zone for the 6-0 lead. But back come the Bruisers on a great 72-yard touchdown play off a tip ball. Bruce Brown makes the catch. With the extra point, it's 8-6. Back to pass again, but the ball is tipped off Tart's foot. Interception by Paul Tart. As the game winds down after we see Tart's interception on replay, the Bruisers will have the ball near the goal line on 4th down. Mark Ulbricht's punt is blocked. Ron Miller picks up the ball and goes in the end zone. The 14-8 lead holds up. The Killers win the opening game of the 89 Buddy Bowl. As time runs out, Doug Powell's pass is intercepted, preserving the 14-8 lead. Now, the second game of the day is John Bennett's team versus Kramer's team in a boring 6-0 game. The only score here on a great tip catch by Mike Bennett. 6-0, John Bennett's team. Now game 3 is Ballesteri's team versus DeMeyer's team, and on the first play, Randy Cundiff is intercepted by Rob Cunin. Taking advantage of that interception, DeMeyer will find first Ed Brosser to the 8-yard line. Then DeMeyer will run for the score. Watch this great block near the goal line by Walter Poole to make the score 8-0. Behind by that score, Ballesteri's team will now run a great 12-yard drive to tie the score, full of nothing but short passes to various receivers. Jim Sammons, Tony Ballesteri, and Ron McCullen all catch passes by Randy Cundiff to get the score tight 8-6. Finally, McCullen's great TD catch makes the score close. But with all the time in the world, DeMeyer's team comes back. Andy DeMeyer will find Walter Poole in the end zone. Here on the same play, we're isolated on Cunin, but the camera will see DeMeyer throwing long, and Poole catches it in the corner of the end zone to make the score 14-6. Ahead 14-6, DeMeyer throws long, but Glenn Hickey drops it in the end zone. Can Ballesteri's team come back? Behind 14-6, they mount a last-ditch drive. Quick passes to Dave Hart, and Sammons again get the ball close. But 2 incompletions here will kill the drive. 14-6 is the final score. DeMeyer's team wins. Now the 4th game of the day, Kramer's Coolers versus Bradley's Bruisers. And at midfield, we're about to see one of the best runs in Buddy Bowl history. Lee Hoff will run 47 yards for a touchdown to make the score 6-0. Watch this blocking. Key block by Brian Regalot, number 20, as Lee Hoff runs past the tacklers for the score. With the score of 6-0, though, the Bruisers will come back on a TD drive featuring 3 catches with Bob Fleet from quarterback Doug Powell. Here is the touchdown on the corner of the end zone. Great pass and catch. Getting the ball back, Powell takes the long hike and has time to look for a receiver. With a flick of the wrist, throws long. Brown has beaten defender Mike Peckham and score. It's now 12-6. Behind by 6 points with a few minutes left. New quarterback comes in, and on 3rd down, he's sacked on the 1-yard line by Bruce Brown. The last-ditch play to Randy Rubin for the 1st down. Catches by Peckham, Helms, Lee Hope, and Helms again will move the required 99 yards. The score will be tied, 12-12. Here is the TD throw to Ted Kramer. Now the all-important extra point to break the score. As the teams line up, here is the kick in slow motion, just barely making it over the bar. Here's another angle of that great extra point, just barely making it over the crossbar. Coolers win 14-12. Now we have a long pass in a killer versus ballbreaker game. This pass is to Bill Miller. Then Ron Miller runs to his left and throws back to the right to Paul Tart for a 6-0 lead. Still ahead 6-0. Miller scrambles to the right but throws. On this 4th down play, some bad tackling, and Bill Hamlin gets past the 1st down line there to keep the drive alive. Ron Miller throws to the sideline, and Walsh makes a great catch to the 6-yard line. Running to his left. Great TD catch by Steve Gustin to make the score 12-0. Ballesteri now trying to make his team back. Throws an interception. Bill Hamlin intercepts it, and now with the score 12-0, there's a new quarterback on the scene. Bill Miller takes the ball, runs to the right. Hamlin comes in for a quarterbacking try, and his only attempt of the day throws a 38-yard TD to Paul Tart. The final score, 18-0. Now the 6th game of the day, we have the Destroyers versus the Bruisers. On the first play, Doug Powell is intercepted by Will Bechtel. On this drive, DeMeyer will throw to Brosser to get the ball close to the goal line. Then DeMeyer will find Kuhn for a TD to make the score 8-0. After Kuhnen's great TD grab, DeMeyer's team will get the ball again. From his own 45, Rob Kunin is wide open with the score. 16-0 now is the lead. With that extra point, Doug Powell intercepted again. This time Glenn Hickey gets the ball. 3 catches by Ed Brosser, Rob Kunin, and a TD to John Benedict. Finish this game off. 22-0. DeMeyer's team wins this one. John Benedict with a TD catch there. Seventh game gives us Miller's Killers versus the Buddies. Miller to Jim Walsh on the first play. Then Miller goes to one of his favorite receivers, Paul Tart. And Miller will run. Good hit there. Ball popped in the air. Fumble, Ron Miller's team. But they get the ball back. Ron Miller evades the rush. Throws it long. A good catch coming back for the ball, Jim Walsh. Miller will run again. This time he doesn't fumble, getting close to the goal line. From the 9-yard line, Miller will throw it and out jumps defender Scott Brown in the end zone. 8-0. Killers lead. John Bennett back to pass. Intercepted by Jim Walsh. It doesn't take long for the Killers to widen their lead as Miller will find Paul Tart. Pass the defense for another score. 14-0 Killers. Now John Bennett, deep in his own territory, will throw long. But Bennett's not having a good day. Intercepted again by Jim Walsh. It's a good return. 43 yards, setting up another Miller score. From his 18-yard line, Miller looks over the field. Gustafson is open, 20-0. But John Bennett's team doesn't give up, and they do a short drive of their own to get close to the goal line. Stuart Beeler, rookie, gets to the 2-yard line, and then John Bennett runs after good blocking, get to the corner of the goal. 20-6, the game ends. The Killers beat the Buddies. 8th game of the day now features DeMeyer's team versus Kramer. 4 short passes in this drive get the first score. Regalot to Helms, then Lee Hope, good catch there. Lee Hoff will catch this one. Then Dave Helms will finish off the drive with a 14-yard catch for the score. 6-0. Kramer's team gets the ball back, but Regalot here will be intercepted. Fine interception by Will Bechtel there. On the first play, DeMeyer will call his own number and run it for short yardage. The next 3 plays will all be short passes to DeMeyer's favorite receiver, Ed Brosser. After a fine look-in pattern to get to the 1-yard line, reception there by Rob Kunin, DeMeyer will then go back to pass and look short. A 1-yard TD catch, Clayton Huggins make the score 8-6. But here is one of the great plays in Buddyville history as Brian Regalot finds Lee Hope in the last 2 minutes left on a great 48-yard TD play for the score. 12-8. The Cougars come back. Only a minute and a half left as DeMeyer's team will try and win the game here behind 12-8. Kunin gets the kick return, and then a good reception by Kunin gets him past midfield. The clock is running, so they've got to hurry up and stop it. Here will throw the ball into the ground as they is set up for one final play. Cunin makes the reception, but he has nowhere to go. Mike Peckham pulls the flag, the clock runs out. 12-8, the Coolers win. The ninth game of the day here shows Tony Ballesteri catching a pass his 19th consecutive game, a Buddy Bowl record. But not much else happened in this game, as the Buddies will win 6-0 behind the passing of Mike Bennett. John Bennett makes a rare 27-yard reception here. Scott Brown catches 2 passes to get them close to the goal line. And then a TD catch. 6-0, John Bennett's team. Now we have the championship game, the '89 Buddy Bowl. As we have the Killers kicking off to Lee Hoff. Coolers couldn't do anything, so Killers team gets the ball and he throws long to Paul Tart. Another pass to Tart gets him closer to the goal line. Then Miller will throw into the end zone. Good pass and catch by Bill Hamlin. 9-yard play, 6-0 at the half. As the Coolers get set to kick off for the second half. It took only one play for the championship game to dissolve into controversy. A long 73-yard touchdown pass to Bill Hamlin past poor tackling. Controversy here on this play because it was thought the rusher grabbed Miller's flag before he threw. As you can see here on the replay, Pete Deering has Miller's flag and will have it for 2 or 3 frames before Miller's arm goes forward. The call could not be reversed though, since it was not conclusive. 12-0 Killers. Coolers come back, though, behind 3 completions. Dave Helms throws to Pete Deering and Charlie Haw twice. And here's a wild play. Dave Helms will run straight up the middle. Here's a defender and laterals to Pete Deering. 12-6 Killers. Now Ron Miller will take the ball and drive down the field. The first pass is a completion to Bill Hamlin. From the 11-yard line, Ron Miller then will see his favorite receiver, Steve Guston, for an 11-yard TD to widen the score 20-6. Paul Tart will then catch a 2-point extra point. Behind by 14, though, the Coolers won't give up. Lee Hope takes the kick return close to midfield. Behind good blocking, Helms will throw over the middle, complete to Hope, who laterals to Ted Kramer. Tackling penny adds a few more yards, and now we have a strange play. Helms throws it to Haw. Charlie Haw throws it to Hoff. Hoff laterals to Kramer, who gets just over the goal line for the TD. It's 20-12 as the teams line up for the extra point. Helms back to pass, begins to run, and it's a completion for 2 points. But the onside kick is a miserable effort as it goes out of bounds. All the Killers have to do now is run out the clock. The '89 Buddy Bowl championship game ends 20-14 in a wild struggle. Miller's Killers regain the Buddy Bowl championship.